Australia, and I immigrated to, I moved to Albuquerque in 1998. And my children, both my two girls, are born in Albuquerque, and we came here in 2005. And I began working in the nonprofit industry, I guess, working in community back in Albuquerque for the UNM School of Medicine. But my first job here was with the Katy Trail. I was the first fundraiser, development director, hired to build the Katy Trail and get that funded. So it was a joy. And then I moved into more social service settings, where I began to really, as a person who had I was from a single mother. My mother was a single mother for most of before the age of 14. She had 3 jobs. We didn't always have food on the table. And people get surprised when I say that, because I live in a fairly, wealthy country in Australia, but we didn't have enough food on the table. And even with socialised medicine, it was really hard. I mean, she worked really hard to make sure that, that we had a roof over our heads, but sometimes the electricity went off. America. I was working as a director of marketing for a wireless technology company, and I just felt like it was good work, but it was empty work. I needed to fill my soul with something that was more about service to others. And so, my mother was she was a flight attendant for Qantas, actually, so she was involved with children's charities, and so she said, do something like that. So that's when I started working for the School of Medicine. And that really, I love helping people. And so it was just a good role for me, because I was able to get out in the community and be with people and share my passion for what I got involved with. So that's another thing that I do, is get really, make sure that if I get involved with something, that I'm very passionate about it, because otherwise it's not authentic. Love women and children's causes. The whole family, really. We're not at Brian's house. It's not just about serving a mother and daughter, or it's about serving caregivers of people with special needs. And I have a daughter that has severe hearing loss. And so I also have, I had a brother, he passed away last year with Down syndrome. And he's my stepbrother. And I also have my niece is a little person. And so I'm really, just by marriage. So I have a lot of different people with different diagnoses in my life. And so, I don't know, I just love serving people. I guess it's in my heart. I don't know. Brian's house was created on my birthday, actually. It was founded in November 1988. It was the HIV and AIDS crisis, and there were babies being born in the hospitals here in Parkland, and the mothers were dying, and there was nowhere to put the babies with AIDS. And so there was so much, what are we going to do with the babies? Nobody wanted to take the babies. They were afraid of touching them. And so a woman by the name of Stephanie Held and her partner or a friend, Lydia Allen, they decided to do something. So they were taking the babies home and getting, working with the city to make sure there was, fostering them out. And there was just so many. That's kind of how it all started. Brian's House is really unique in that we're the only agency that does medically managed care. So if you can picture a classroom that has medical equipment in it, where we're doing breathing tubes and feeding tubes and G tubes, and we're monitoring children with lung and heart conditions, blood disorders, cancer, cystic fibrosis. They have brain disorders, all kinds of stuff from the early age. And then we come in with the therapies on the site, so that the parents don't have to take the kids away. It's all there. So they drop their kids, they can go to work, learn a new trade, or get the education they need. But they've also got someone to talk to, because we're out in the community with our case managers. We have 8 case managers so we have 8 counties and 4 bilingual case managers who are also working in the home with the families. And so everything we're doing right now is all online classes. We're doing online lessons and all case management from these families who can't go out right now, because some of their children, if they go out there and are exposed to COVID, they die. There's no other, there hasn't been many children's cases, and we just don't want to risk it. But some of our families are in deep quarantine right now. We average about 1,000 people a year, but we serve them every day, 5 or 6 times a day. So I don't know how you want to break those stats out, but I'd say over the last 5 years, more than 5,000 people every day, and women and children and dads, and then it ripples after that, the grandparents and everything. So around 5,000 probably. I'm an internal optimist. I just believe that people are inherently good. I don't believe that people are born with hate in their hearts. I believe that that if people are given the opportunity to feel love and show love, or know what love is, whatever form it comes in, like friendship or a spirit of lightness or giving, I believe that I'm all about diversity and inclusion as well. So I don't want to just mention one faith or one religion. It's about having faith in humanity. And I just want my girls to know that, the world can be a beautiful place, and there are horrible things that happen, but you've got to keep pushing forward. You just have to. It drives me, actually. I don't know why. I just love people. I love the possibility of meeting people and helping people.